let's discuss about the data types. Okay. Data types. So what is a data type? Any idea? What is a data type? So data type is something like what type. See, we are human. So human is a data type, if you can think. Okay. Suppose some animal is there. Animal is a data type. So what type of variable you are having? That is called data type. Correct, right? So each and everything will have some of the type. Okay. So something like if you see, human is one of the type. Okay. Animal is one of the type. Now if I'll ask you how many legs human are having? 2. So here if you see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So don't you think those are countable numbers? So countable number means what is the data type? We will go int is the data type. Okay. So we have seen some of the data types in earlier classes. Okay. So in this tutorial we will try to understand, I mean, all those primitive data types. Okay. So what are primitive data types we have got? Primitive data types. Okay. So how many primitive data types we are having? How many? Tell me. We are having 8 primitive data types. How many we have got? 8. And what about what does primitive means? Primitive means those are coming from C++. Those are not of Java basically. So those we are following every day. I mean, so in your college also you might have already studied all those things. So what are those primitive data types? Tell me. What are those primitive data types? Tell me. Huh? What are those primitive data types? Any idea? What are these primitive data types? Okay. So primitive data types, now if you see, primitive data types can be divided into 2 parts. Okay. One data type is called numeric. DT means data type. Okay. And what is another one? Non-numeric. Okay. So non-numeric. Okay. Numeric and non-numeric. Okay. And again, numeric can be divided into 2 parts. Okay. One is called integral data type, another is called floating data type. Okay. So numeric can now be divided into 2 parts. One is called integral data type, integral or integer data type, you can think. Integral data type, integral data type. Okay. What is another one? Floating data type. Okay, numeric can be divided into 2 parts. One is your integral data type, another is called floating data type. Okay. Now what are integral data type? Integral means you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all those things. Okay. So what are those? First is your byte. Okay, byte is the smallest one. Okay, just little bigger than byte. What is that? Short. Short is the one. Short is one of the data type. Okay, then little bigger than short, it is int. Okay, and bigger than int, what is that? Long. So these are the 4 data types which are called integral data type. Okay, byte, short, int, long. So we are done with 4. How many remaining? 4 remaining. Okay. So now floating data type. What are the floating data type? Tell me. Float is the one, and double. You're correct. So double is the one. So these will be your floating data type. Float and double. So how many done? 4, 5, 6. But 2 are remaining. Okay. So what are the other 2 which are called non-numeric data type? Character and boolean. Okay. So we are having 2 more data type, character and boolean. So these are the 8 data types which we have got. Character and boolean. Okay, numeric, non-numeric. Numeric can be divided into two parts: integral and floating. And yeah, so floating will be float double. Integral will be byte long. Sorry, byte short. Always, whenever somebody will ask, na, you tell in the order only. If you tell the order, na, then they will be understanding. You know the, I mean, what is the limit of the data type. Okay. Otherwise, you can say anything. Byte long. So if you see byte, then long. I mean, not an order. So always tell in order. If you are starting with long, then what you should do? Long, int, short, byte. If you are starting from byte, then byte, short, int, and long. Okay, so you should follow that order, that particular order. Okay, so these are the 8 data types which you have got. Okay, now let's try to understand. Okay, so okay, yeah, I'll write some of those. So tell me, the out of those 4, which are correct, which are wrong. Okay, out of those 4, which are correct, which are wrong. Okay, let me write here, then so I'll write int I equal to plus 10. Is it correct or not correct? We know this 10 is correct, right? 10 is correct. If I write plus 10, is it correct or not? Correct. Sure, I have written. Okay, similarly we will write int I equal to minus 10. Is it correct or not? Can integer have minus number? Minus number is possible or not? Okay, similar to this, what we have? Double also, na? So double b equal to minus 10.5. Is it possible or not? Is it possible or not? Then we are having, suppose, character ch equal to minus b. Is it possible or not? Okay, and last one is, suppose if an boolean b equal to minus boolean is true, right? So minus true. Is it correct or not? So which all are correct, which all are wrong? Tell me, which is correct, which is wrong? बताओ कौन कौन सा सही है, कौन कौन सा there is some problem. Any problem over? So tell me, this one is correct. Let's try to see it. Okay, so we'll open it. Okay, so now sometimes we divide this data type into 2 type of data type. Okay, so one is called signed data type. Signed data type. What is the other one? Unsigned data type. Signed data type and unsigned data type. What is signed means? Signed means it will have 2 things: negative also, positive also. In your electronics you might have studied. Okay, but what is unsigned? Unsigned will not have negative. It will always be your okay. So now only 2 data types. What are those? These 2 are unsigned. These non-numeric are unsigned. Okay, so non-numeric are unsigned data type. Non-numeric are unsigned data type. All the remaining are signed. Remaining are signed data type. Yeah. So now tell me, is it correct now? I equal to minus 10, I equal to plus 10. Yeah, it's correct. Okay, so let's open it. This will delete. Okay. We will change it. Okay, let's do that here only, no problem. Same, we just need to create one project. Okay, so we'll create one new project. We'll create one new project called data type. Okay, finish it. It's best practice, we should have some package. com.test is my package name, and we want to have one entry point. What is my entry point? Main class. You can give any name. Okay, and if I'll tick it, what will happen? Automatically this main method will be generated. So if I'll finish it, I will get this. Okay, now what we want to see is what I am doing. Int I equal to 10. We know this is valid. So int I equal to 10, what does that mean? It is plus 10. Okay, so whether you write like this or write like this, both are fine. So it is up to us, I mean, whether you want to write plus or not. Okay, similar to this, if I'll do int j minus 10, is it correct? Yes. Why? Because integer is a signed data type. You can have negative number also, you can have positive number also. Okay, similar to this, if you will have double, if I have double d equal to minus 10.5, is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Why? Because double is also signed data type. Okay, but if I'll go here, if I'll do character ch equal to, okay, I am passing d, is it correct? It is correct, yes. But if I'll make it negative, is it correct? No. Why? Because character is not a signed data type, it is unsigned. Unsigned means you cannot have negative or positive value. Okay, so all will be your normal values only. Okay, so even if I'll make it, see, is it working? Yeah, it is working. Why? Because your all the, I mean, unsigned means only positive. You will never have negative data. Okay, so it is correct. I mean, you can have sign plus, okay, then it is correct. Okay, yeah. Now if I'll do this boolean b equal to false, is it correct? Yes, it's correct. Okay, but if I'll make it negative false, is it correct? No. Okay, now let's try to see this. It is also, I mean, this case you can ignore, so because boolean will have only two number, true or false, so it can never have plus or minus. Okay, so that's why it will not work here. Okay, so it will not work. Plus it will also not work. Okay, got it, right? So what we understood here is, so this one is correct? Yes, correct. This one is correct? Yes. This one is correct? Yes. This one is correct? No. If I do plus a, is it correct? Yes. Okay, it is unsigned. Now boolean negative false, is it correct? No. Plus false, is it correct? No. Why? Because boolean can only support two data, true or false. There is no negative or positive data. Okay, so that's why it will not support. Okay, that's what I mentioned. Except boolean and char, remaining all the data types are considered as a signed data types, because we can have both positive and negative data types. Okay, so yeah. Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, so let's move ahead. Now let's try to talk about, okay, so byte is one of the data type. Okay, So what is the name of this data type? Byte. Okay, so now what does byte means? How much space byte will take? 1 byte equal to 8 bit. Okay, so just use 1 byte. It will take, how much size will take? It will take 1 byte, and 1 byte is nothing but 8 bit. 1 byte equal to 8 bit. Okay, so typically if we'll see the representation, okay, so how we represent something like, okay, so 8 bit means you will have number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, you can have 7 8 numbers. Okay, now as we know that byte is a signed data type. Okay, so that's why your hello, क्लास में हम कॉल करते हैं बाद में, बात करना है, मैं उसको कॉल करूँगा। हाँ, ठीक है। So always as it is a signed data type, it will have two data, negative and positive. Okay, so that's why this first bit is reserved for the sign. Okay, so it can have 0 or it can have 1. If 0 it is negative, if 1 it is positive. Got it, right? So now how many are remaining? 7 bits are remaining, right? So what should be the scope of byte? It will go to 2 to the power 7. Why not 8? Because first bit is reserved for the negative or positive. Okay, so it will be your 2 to the power 7. Okay, and what does 2 to the power 7 means? How much? 256 or 128. 2 to the power 8 is 256. 2 to the power 7 is 128. Okay, so 128 or 128. Okay, so let's try to understand. Okay, so suppose if I want to see the difference over there. Okay, so how will I do? Because 2 to the power 7 we are doing, right? So now this all can be 111, right? So how will you represent it? 2 to the power 0 is 1. Okay, 2 to the power 2 to the power 0 is 1. 2 to the power 1 is 2. Okay, then 4 8. Okay, sorry, 8, then 16. Okay, so if we keep on adding like this, it will become till it will come to 64. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Why we are not going till last one? Because that is your sign. Okay, so now if we will calculate it, what is the number it will come? 127 is the number which will come. Okay, so now what is the maximum size? So I'll write like this: 20 32. Okay, then 64. So if I'll add all those numbers, how is the number it will come? It will come as a 127. So now tell me, what is the maximum number your byte will support? 127. Got it, right? So this is the maximum number what your byte will support, maximum number. And what is the minimum number it will support? Minimum number means minus. Okay, so it will support minus 128. Why 128? We will come to know while going through, and I will talk about this later now. Okay, because of 2's complement, one extra number you can support in your whatever things are there. 2's complement, I mean you might have studied in your college, right? So 2's complement is all the concept. Okay, so for time being, what is the maximum number byte can support? 127. What is the minimum number? Minus 128. If any other number, if it is there, what will happen? Your code should not work. Okay, your code will not work if it is any other number. Okay, so now tell me, if I'll do if I'll write some of those things, you tell me whether it is correct or not. Okay, tell me byte b equal to 127. Is it I'll write all those scenarios, you tell me whether which is correct, which is not correct. Okay, byte b equal to 10.5, byte b equal to true, byte b equal to, suppose I will give tapas. Yeah, now tell me, I will write one more, byte b equal to maybe 90. Okay, so tell me first one is correct. Yes, why? Less than 127. Okay, second one is correct, 127. Is it correct? Yes, no problem. No? One till maximum number 127. It is fine. Okay. If I write if I write 128, is it correct? No. Why? Because it is going out of your range, and we know Java is a strongly typed language. It might be correct in other languages, but in Java it is not at all valid. Why? Because you are going out of your range. Okay. So let's try to write it in our code here. So suppose if I write here something like, let me write here, byte b equal to 128. As soon as we will write it, see, it is not working. Okay, but if I write 127, see, it is working fine for me, because range is from 127 to minus 128. So this one is perfectly valid for us. Which one is this one is valid for us? 128 is not valid, which you have already seen. Minus 128, yes. Let's try to see. So minus 128, is it valid? Yes, it's valid. But if I do minus 129, is it valid? No. Why? Because again it is going out of your range. So that's why this one is not valid. Why? Because it is out of your range. Okay. Now if I'll make it 10.5, is it correct? No. Why? Because Java is strongly typed language. So 10.5 should be your double. It should not be your byte. Okay. So what is the problem we are facing? See here, type mismatch cannot convert from double to byte. Okay. So be very careful. This particular this is the error which we get. Okay. Remember this error. Sometimes people, in question they'll ask written test. Okay. If I write this, what is the error you will get? So what is the compilation error? Type mismatch cannot convert from double to byte. Cannot convert double to byte. Okay. Now tell me, if I'll write here something like d, why it is compiling? What is compiling? D is compiling. Okay, we'll see that after some time. Don't worry about that. Okay, for timing, just think about this only. So what is the error we are talking about? Cannot convert from double to byte. Okay, yeah. So this is the one. Okay, now 10.5 will not. Byte b equal to true. So let's try to see over here. Byte b equal to true. See here, it compiling, not compiling. Now if I'll go here, what is the error we'll getting? Cannot convert boolean to byte. So I mean this error is same, only thing is there here you are changing. So here, because my right side was double, that's why it is telling double to byte. Here it is boolean to byte. Okay, so error will be remaining same. Cannot convert boolean to byte. Okay, so this one is also 4. Last one, Okay, I'll write this. See again. So what should be my answer? Tell me here. String to byte. Okay, so let's try to see what is the cannot convert from string to byte. So how will you identify the error message? Just see the right side, what is the data type it is having, and what is the left side data type. Okay, so very simple. Be very careful, na? So here what will be coming? So this one will compile. Okay, this one will not. So we can have these are new PPTs actually. So we don't have the result. Okay, so we will remove this from here. Okay, we remove it and remove this. Okay, and in the next PPT, what we'll do, we'll make it in the red color. Whatever errors are there, red color. This is also red color. Okay, these two also red color. And we have seen one thing which is supported, byte b equal to a on this character. Okay, so it is getting supported, right? So why it is supported, we will see while doing it. Okay, so we will make it in our previous slide also. Okay, so don't worry about that for time being. We will see that after some time why it is getting supported. So any doubt till now? Very simple. Okay, so okay, yeah. Now try to understand. Okay, so in which case we should use byte? Okay, in which case we should use byte? In which case we should use byte? Okay, so whenever we will have some sort of strings, what is string? Because byte is the smallest data type, you know, right? So if you want to pass any data through network, or you are doing some sort of serialization, then whatever data you are having, you have to cut it into the smallest piece which you can have. Then only you can transfer more data, right? Because if you will not make it smallest piece, what will happen? Suppose your piece is from here to here. If you will not make it smallest piece, what will happen? If your one piece is like this big, then what will happen? Suppose this big, then how many data can go? Only one data, right? Because it is more than half. Are you able to understand? So we have to piece your data in the smallest format. And what is the smallest one? Byte is the smallest format. Okay, so that's why whenever you want to transfer some data through network, if you are network, okay, or if you are doing some sort of serialization, we'll talk about serialization while going through serialization. Then we always use this byte string. What is the one we'll use? Byte string. We'll discuss what is byte string means. Okay, so byte string means stream of bytes. You will have many bytes which will be having some sort of format basically. Okay, so in which case we use it in terms of network support. Okay, so whenever you want to have some sort of strings, we always go for bytes. Okay, so note it down. So when we use byte, when to use byte, when to use bytes. Okay, whenever we want to pass our data through network. Okay, so whenever we will have this string, the string will always be a byte string. Okay, so string, so this is also nothing but byte string, because byte is the smallest one. Okay, so you will try to divide into the smallest piece. Okay, so this one is mentioned whether when to use byte, file supported form, okay, or network supported form. Whenever you want to do any sort of data, it will always be the byte. So whenever you are creating any sort of file or network, which is the data type it is supported, byte is the only data type which is supported. Okay. So this is the smallest, this is the simple code which we usually have. This one we will study while going through in your what is that called, serialization. Don't worry about for time. Okay. Now let's try to go to the next data type. What is the next one? Short. Okay. Now what is the size of short? 2 bytes. Okay, so what is the size of short? 2 bytes. What is 2 bytes means? 16 bit. Two bytes means 16 bit. Okay. Now as again we know short is a signed data type. So first digit will go for your positive or negative. Okay, so if you are having some sort of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. Okay, now what will happen if I'll do this? First this will be your signed, so 0 or 1, positive and negative number. Now tell me, what is the maximum number your short can support? Tell me. 2 to the power, tell me, 2 to the power 15. And what is the number 2 to the power 15 means? 32768. What is the number? 32768. 3276. Sorry, it is 7. 326. 32. Yeah. So basically here some sort of -1 will be there. We'll discuss. Don't worry about that. Okay. So you think about. You just think what is the maximum number it will support? 323767. Okay, and it is nothing but 2 to the power 15 minus 1. 2 to the power 15 minus 1. And what is the minimum number it can support? Tell me. Minimum number will always be your one more. Okay, so one less basically. Okay, minus 32768. Same as your byte. In byte also one more, it was negative number was getting supported, right? So this is the range of your byte. 32768. Okay. Now this is the data type which is least used data type. People don't use short. Even if I'll give you 8, please use this number 6. Then what you do? You go for int only. You never go for short. But can short support 6 number? Yes, it will support. Okay. Then why people go for int, not for short these days? Why? Any idea? Why? Why people go for int? Int is more preferable than short. Why? Any idea? Memory, yeah, sort of memory. But short will take less memory, right? So people should go for short. Int is bigger than short, right? So any idea why? Okay. So try to understand. Nowadays, whatever processors we are having, what is the bit it will have? It will be your 32 or 64. You don't have 16-bit processor these days, okay? But if you see in your college, you might have studied some sort of processor called 8085. What is 8085 processor? 8085 you might have studied in your college. So what is the bit size? 16-bit. This 16-bit processor. So now what happened? Suppose my laptop is 16-bit and I'll use byte. Then what is happening? Both are matching, right? So it can give you the better result. Got it, right? So if you'll see, not now, if you'll go to very old days, maybe 1990s or 1996, that time int people don't use. They used to use short. Why? Because your size of your processor was 16-bit. and 16 bit is exactly matching with the data type of your short. Got it, right? But now whatever processor we are having, do we have 16 bit? No, I don't think any of you will be using. Also, always will be your 32 or 64. 64 is getting used. Okay, and if you see the size of your int, what is the size of int, we will see while going through after some time. Okay, so size of int is matching with the processor which you are using in my laptop. Okay, so both are compatible, right? So you can get your better performance basically. Okay, so that's why, I mean, maybe this short is we are looking now, maybe this is the last time we are seeing him. Okay, we will never see short while going through, so we never use short. Yeah, to be honest, we always go for int. Why? Because int is more compatible with our processor. So that's what. So what is the, so short data type is best suitable for the 16-bit processors. Something like 8085. You might have studied in your college. 8085 is the one of the 16-bit processor. Okay, and during 1992 it was very popular. Why? Because of this matching bit. Okay, but now 16-bit are outdated. People don't use. So that's why short is also outdated. People don't use it. Okay, but yeah, you can use depending upon your requirement. Okay, so if you want to use it, you can use it. Now let's try to go to the data type called int. What is the data type? Int is a data type. So if you see, it is going double. Okay, it is going double. Okay, so what was the data type your byte was having? 1 byte. Short was having 2 byte. Now int will have how many? 4. I mean double. 1 into 2, 2 into 2, 4. Okay, so now how many bytes? 4 bytes will be supported by your int. And what does 4 bytes means? 4 bytes means 8 4 and there is some problem it seems. Oh yeah, 8 4 60 32 ना 8 चौके 32. ठीक है, so 32 bits. Okay, now what is the maximum value it can support? Maximum value will be your 2 to the power 31. Why? Because you are having one signed one. Okay, -1. This is your maximum value. And what is the minimum value? Minimum value will be your -2 to the power 31. So this is your minimum value which you can support. Okay, 2 to 31 -1 and -2 to the 31. Okay, now if you see, this is your number. So big number. Okay, so this is the number. This is the number. Okay, so it will be equal to 214748 3647. 214748 3647. Two 3647, and it will be equal to 21. Okay, minus 21474646. Sorry. Okay, so 48. Okay, 3648. This is your minimum number it can support. Okay, 214748 3648. Okay, yeah. Now so this is the maximum number it will support. Okay, now tell me. I'll go here. I'll write int I equal to this number. Is it correct? Yes, it's correct. Okay, now so let's try to write this number over there in our here also. Okay, is it correct? Yes, it's correct. Okay, now if I'll ask you, is this correct? No. Why? Because you are going out of the range. Okay, so let's try to see here if I'll, is it supported? No. Now what is the problem we'll get with the out of range? Are you able to see what is the problem we're getting? the in literal, this one is type int is out of range. So you just remember this particular whatever the error which you are getting. Okay, so this is the error which you get. So the literal of type is out of range. This is the error which you get. Okay, now tell me, if I'll make it negative, is it correct? Negative, correct? No? Negative is correct, right? Okay, so let's try to have negative. Is it correct? Yes, it's correct. But if I'll just change it to 9, is it correct? No, it is not correct. Again, same problem, out of range. Okay, so that's why. So tell me, this one is correct? Yes. This one is correct? No. Why? Because it is too large. Okay, and is this correct? It is correct. I am making it L. What is L means? Long. Okay, so let's try to make it over there. Where is our thing? Okay, so 8. This is your output. Okay, this one is not correct. Not correct. Okay, L also is not correct. Okay, no matter, I mean, because again the same problem. What is the problem? It will tell you. Okay, so yeah, now tell me what should be the error here. What should be the error? So small change. This one, what is the error we are getting? What is out of range? Out of range. Okay, so that's what we have seen here. Out of range. Okay, now small change, I will make it L. Now what should be the output? What should be the error? Correct. Okay, so you try to understand. I mean, you have to think like a compiler only. Okay, so what compiler will do? If it is like this, it will check it out of range. But if you are making it L, what does that mean? You are making it long. Now this number is supported for long. Yes, it is supported. Now what it will tell you? It will tell you cannot convert long to your int. Okay, so let's try to see the output which we are getting. Cannot convert long to int. Be very careful. Okay, so first, out of range is different thing, and cannot convert to the things are different. Okay, so both are different. So this one is, I mean, too large, and what this here what we cannot convert basically. Okay, got it, right? So any doubt till now? Simple only. So integer we understood. Okay, now let's try to go to your long. Okay, so how much space was for integer? 8 byte. Sorry, sorry. Integer was having 4 byte. Now double of 4 will be 8. Okay, so what is the long? It will be your 8 byte. 8 byte. Okay, so 8 byte means how much? 8 64. So at 64. So it will be your 64 bit. So sometimes what will happen, your number is very big, this number. Can integer accommodate? No. Now which one data type you will go for? Long. Why? Because long is the biggest data type which you can have. Okay, so now what is the size? Again, maximum number, what is the maximum it can support? Maximum 2 to the power 63. Why? Because it is sign -1. Okay, and minimum number will be your minus 2 to the power 63. Okay, so now if will, so this is the number which it will support. Okay, now try to understand when we will use long. When you will use long. Okay. Suppose you are writing some code. You are having one file, very big file, and you are reading your characters from your file. Got it, right? So now your characters may be very big, right? I am writing one letter. Then I'll write blah 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 blah. It might be very big, right? So is it good way I'll check the length with integer? No. Why? Because characters might be very big, right? So better what you will go? You should go for long, because long is the biggest numeric data type, not numeric, yeah. So biggest numeric data type you can have basically. Got it, right? So that's why. So that's why sometimes int may not be enough to hold a big value. So what is the one? Long is the best one. And typically we use this where number of characters in a file. Okay. So if you want to see number of characters in a file, we always use this long only. We never use int. Why? Because int might not be sufficient to find the number of characters in a file. Okay. So we always use it. And what is the size? 8 bytes. So what should be the length? This one. Okay. Size will be this one. Any doubt till now? Long you understood, right? Okay, now let's try to go to float. Okay, float, and we will discuss this double also here. So double also, both are floating data type. Both are floating data type. Okay. Okay, so now what is the size of float? 4 byte. Okay, so 4 byte is the size of your float, and we know next will be your double of your float. So what should be there? 8 byte. So 8 byte means 64 bit, and your 4 byte means it should be your 32. Okay. Okay, that's what I mentioned over there. Now try to understand when you will use float, when you use double. When you use float, when you use double. Any idea? Any idea? I'll give you a number. Tell me which one I should use. Okay. So suppose my number is you want to calculate the percentage how much you got in your exam. Okay, so you are having 89.2%. This is the percent which you got in the exam. Okay, but some you are filling some form, maybe any of the exam. Okay, and they are telling no, I need the accurate percentage. They need the accurate percentage. What does accurate percentage means? They need the decimal number also very big, till the last decimal point basically. So he needs the number something like 89.234, whatever numbers are then like this you need this number. Got it, right? So which one will go for double, which one will go for float? So upper one will be a float, below one will should be double. Okay, so whenever if somebody will ask, I need the accuracy till 4 to 5 decimal points. If somebody needs the accuracy till 4 to 5 decimal points, happily you can go for float. But there may be some person who is not looking for 4 to 5. I want to have very accurate number. Then which one you should do? You should use double. You should not go for float, because float will not give you so big accurate number basically. So double will have more accuracy than your float. Okay. So that's why I mentioned earlier. If you want 4 to 5 digit point accuracy, then go for float. But if you are going for very big decimal point accuracy, then what you should go for double. Okay, so it is based on the accuracy of it. Okay, now what is the number your float will support? So typically it would be a point number, right? So it should be minus 1.7. E means exponential, okay, and 38 is the number. Okay, and what is, this is the minimum number, maximum number 1.7 E 38. Okay, so we are ignoring, I mean, 0.1, so whatever things will be there. Why? Because 0.0001 that you can ignore, so that's why we are not mentioning that particular number. So minus 1.7 E38 is your list number, and plus 1.7 E38 is your maximum number your float can support. Okay, now for double what is the number? 3.4. okay, so 3.4 E308 is the maximum number. Okay, and minimum number is one minus 3.4 E308. This is your minimum number. This is the minimum number you will support. Okay, yeah, so we covered all the data types. Okay, now what is remaining? Boolean. Okay, the last data type is your Boolean, and char we'll see next class. So today let's talk about Boolean. Okay, now if anybody will ask what is the size of float, 4 byte, what is the size of double, 8 byte. If anybody will ask what is the size of Boolean, what should you say? What should you answer? Your answer should be, you should tell it is virtual machine dependent. What should be answer? Virtual machine dependent. It depends upon the machine where you are working. Okay. Okay, so your answer should be your machine dependent. Boolean size is machine dependent. If you are having big processor, okay, then it will be big. If it is small processor, it will be small. Why? Because Boolean can only support two values. What are those? True and false. Very simple. Okay, so you, I mean, it is not fixed. Okay, so but Boolean size is always machine dependent. Okay, so it is not fixed basically. Okay, so the machine, it is not fixed as other data types. It is not fixed as other data types. It is not fixed as other data types. Okay, now I will write some of the code. You tell me what should be the output. Okay, so boolean b equal to 0, boolean b equal to boolean b equal to boolean b equal to, okay, I would write okay. So tell me what should be the output. First one, what should be the output? Will it compile? No, it will not compile. Why? Because in C++ 0 means false, but in Java 0 does not mean false. So in C, if you write this code or C++, it will be compiler will be very happy. It will assign the false value. Okay, but in Java it will not. So it will not be. So what is the one? We will get compilation error. over here. Okay, now what is the error we will get? What is the error we will get? Tell me what is the error we will get? Cannot convert integer into boolean. Got it, right? So let's try to run this code. So we will write this code here. So you will see this, because by default what is the 0 means integer, so base is your integer. So let's try to see what is the error we are getting. Cannot convert into boolean. So this is compilation. This one is boolean b equal to true. Is it correct? Yes, no problem. Boolean b equal to true. So let's try to write this code. So we are writing this code. Okay. So is it correct? Yes, it's correct. No problem. If I write this one also, it is also correct. Because boolean can take only two, true or false. Okay. So this is correct. No problem. This is correct. Okay. Now if I'll write this code, boolean b equal to capital T R U E. Tell me, it is correct or not correct? It is correct or not? It is correct or not correct? It is correct or not correct? It is not correct. Why? Because Java is case sensitive language. Okay. So what will happen? Your compiler will suddenly, it will tell you compilation problem. Why? Because Java is case sensitive language. So if we will write small or capital, both are different. Okay. So now if I'll see here, if I write TRUE, see, it is not compiling. TRU compilation error. So it is not compiling. If I'll make it small t, it is fine. But if I'll make it capital T, it is wrong. Okay. So what you understood? Java is case sensitive language. Okay. So Java is case sensitive language. Java is case sensitive language. Yeah. Now tell me what is the error we'll get here? What is the error we'll get? What is the error we'll get? What is the error we'll get? So little bit earlier what we have seen is, if you are having a right side, this is exactly same as your previous error. So this error, where is it? So if you remember, I have mentioned L. Before L, what was telling? It was out of range. As soon as I have mentioned L, what it told? It told what? Cannot convert. Okay. So now tell me, this true, does it have any data type? True, is it any data type? No, it is not a data type. Got it, right? So if I'll do this, what is the error we'll get? See, if I'll do this, what is the error we'll getting? See, cannot resolve to a variable. So what is the error we'll get? Cannot resolve to a variable. Why we are getting this cannot resolve to a variable? Because this true has no data type. Are you able to understand? True is not matching with any of the data types, so only what we are getting, cannot resolve to a variable. Okay. But last one, see, what I did, I just make this as my two double quote. Then what should be the output here? Tell me. Cannot convert string into boolean. You understood, right, how it works? Okay. So if I am not making this, compiler will change. Hey, true is not there here. I don't know what true means. Okay. But as soon as you will mention this double quote, what will happen? Compiler will come to know that it is string. It is fine. Okay. But it will tell you cannot convert string into byte, or maybe whatever the boolean is there. Okay. But if you will not mention double quote, what will tell? I am not able to understand what you have mentioned over there. Okay. So see here. Now if I will make it here. So it is valid data type, but it cannot convert. Okay. So now let's try to go over there. Alright. Cannot convert string to boolean. So you understood, right? In which case you will get what is the error you will get? You understood, right? Cannot sorry, this is different. Cannot convert string to your boolean. Small change, your compiler will give you in a different way. Okay, so this is very important. People will ask what is the error you will get. Okay, so be very careful. If you are having any varied data type, then it will tell you cannot convert this data type to this one, and if you are having not varied, then what will happen? Cannot find a symbol. That's all. Okay, so that's what I told. What is Boolean? Boolean is nothing but it is virtual machine dependent. Size is virtual machine dependent. Okay, and this one, what will happen? It will tell you what is that? Cannot convert integer into Boolean. It will tell you what? Cannot find the symbol, and this one will tell cannot convert string into Boolean. Okay, so this is the thing which you have seen. Okay. Okay, so we'll continue from here, or else we can see this. Okay, so we'll see this and then we'll finish. Okay, suppose int I equal to 0. I'm writing small code. Okay, and what I'm writing, if I, then here I am putting system.out.println hi. Okay, and here I am printing hello. Tell me what should be the output. What should be in C? What would be the output? Tell me. In C, what would be the output? 0 means false. So hello should come. In C, I am not talking about Java. In C, what would be the output? Hello. In Java, what would be the output? What would be the output? Tell me. Error, compilation error. Okay, so but okay, so let's try to write it over there. Okay, okay, now try to understand what error. Error is okay, we understood. What error will get? Tell me what is the error will get. Now if I'll write here boolean b equal to okay true, and I'll pass b here, and what is the output? Hi. That what is the data type it is expecting here? What is the data type it is expecting? Boolean. It is expecting Boolean. Okay, now if I'll make it I, what should be the output? Tell me. Cannot convert integer into Boolean. Got it right? What is the error will get? Because very simple, it is asking for Boolean. Boolean I am not able to I am passing I. What will happen? Cannot convert integer into Boolean, because you are trying to convert it into Boolean, right? Which is not possible. Okay, so let's try to see here. In older one it will work. Okay, but if you are working with a new language, something like Java, it will not work. Okay, so if I'll write something like if else, okay, because it is waiting for condition. If I'll pass I, see here it will tell you one of the problem. What is the one? Cannot convert from into Boolean. Got it right? Because it is expecting Boolean here. Boolean is not there. You are trying to convert integer into Boolean. Cannot convert Boolean into integer. Very simple. Okay, so this is the error we'll get. So what is the error this one will give you? Can't convert integer into Boolean. In C it is okay, no problem. In Java there is problem, because Java is strongly typed language. What is the error we are getting? Cannot convert integer into Boolean. Okay. Now if I do something like, tell me what would be the output? What is the output? What is the output? Cannot find symbol. True does not have any data type. Are you able to understand what I am telling? Same thing, the one which you have studied now, you have to understand. You have to think about think like a compiler. Compiler, how it works. So now what will happen? Cannot find the symbol called true. It will tell. Okay. So if I'll do here truac, it will tell you something like this. See what is the error? cannot be resolved to a variable, means cannot find the symbol. Okay, if I'll do I, because I is previously it is there, so what it tell, cannot convert integer into boolean. But if I'll do something like this, so what will happen? Cannot find the symbol, so the symbol is not there, so see, cannot resolve to a variable. Got it, right? So now whenever you will find this, can you tell me what is the error easily? So this is the you have to think like a compiler basically. Okay, so yeah, we'll same thing like this. Okay, so in your older compiler, I mean C is the older compiler. Okay, so if you want to write an infinite loop, how to write? We write like this: while one means infinite loop, while true, always true. But if we try to write in Java will not work, because one does not means true. So this is valid, perfectly valid for C language is correct, but Java not correct. If you want to write Java, then what you have to write? You have to write while true. While true means infinite loop. It will keep on running until unless you will not stop it. Okay. So you have to use break statement to stop it. We will see while going through break and return statement. So in Java it is not valid, but in C++ while one is valid, and while one is used for the infinite loop. In Java it is not correct. Okay. Now we will continue from here. Okay. So from here we will start. Okay. Chalo, we will finish.